Hello guys, welcome to this amazing course in web development. Over here, we are going to learn how you can design, create amazing, responsive and beautiful websites from scratch. Yeah, you heard it right. We would be going from the very basics, from how you can add your own tags, create own links, to how you can make beautiful websites. I'll just give you an idea why you're learning web development or why. So here I'm going to share a few things that could boost your confidence or boost the motivation to learn web development. So as you know, every company or an organization would always have its web page. And who designed these web pages? Obviously the web developers. So now if every company has its own web page, so every company would need a web developer to design their web page. So they'll always be in demand and they're always highly paid. Once you learn web development, there are options of freelancing where you can set up your own uh, freelance account and you start freelancing. The important thing about web development is you can show your creativity. If there is a problem which can be solved in a creative manner, you could make a website to it and you can solve the problem. These are the things which could motivate you throughout the course to learn better and be a better web developer. So, have you ever wondered how all the web pages you visit are made? Suppose you want to learn about DNA. So what do? You go to your browser and type DNA. You'll see a Wikipedia page over here. So as you can see, there are text, there are pictures, there are links to different other sites. Have you ever wondered how these sites are made? How the links are made available? How the images are put? So this is how web pages would be made or would look like. So we will be learning how you can create such beautiful web pages. So these all web pages are made on the foundations or building blocks of web. This HTML, that stands for Hypertext Markup Language, CSS, that is Cascadian Style Sheet, and JS, that is JavaScript. Don't worry, we'll be going through all of them in very much detail and we'll be understanding the core fundamentals of all of them. HTML would form the body of the web page. Cascadian styling sheets would form the styling of the uh, how do you view the web page or how the web page has been styled, the images has been styled, the font, etc. JavaScript would make your page be more dynamic. So it is very important that you know what you'll be learning from this course, right? So in this particular course, I will be stressing a lot on HTML foundations. I assume that you're a complete beginner to web development. If you already know the concepts, I would request you to watch the video on either 1.5 or 2x so that you can skip a few parts which you know. If you want to start from the beginning, this course would be very much helpful. So we'll be learning about HTML, CSS, JavaScript and a little bit of Bootstrap. I'll be teaching you how you can create your own web pages from scratch as I'll show you how you can integrate various ready to use icons, templates, styles available on the internet to make your web page more beautiful and so that your task would reduce for creating each and every design. And we'll be making a lot of projects in this course. So let's begin this course with a lot of new projects, a lot of new ideas, and a lot more. So how would this course go? So I would not be using the PPT as often or as frequently as possible. I'll just try to avoid using it. Instead, we'll always have a hands-on session where first we'll be understanding the topic. So let us say I'm explaining you about, let us take an easy one. I'll be teaching you about headings. So let us say you want to search up something. Let us say I want to make a cupcake for myself. So what do? I just Google it, how to make a cupcake. So as you can see, there are a lot of websites, right? So I just click on this one. So as you can see, there are headings, right? These headings are the one which your search engine looks for. So suppose you have a web page and how would you make it reach at the top? Because being at the top means you'll be viewed more, right? So the highlighted bold marks which you see over here are the headings. So suppose I want to teach you this, or let us say I want to teach you the image tag. So what I do, I would make you understand the topic through a given example or some sample code or through live demonstrations, something like that. Then we are going to practice project. Yeah, I'm going to make lot of projects because once we know how to make projects, simple projects itself, I will start with the very basic projects so that once we know how to make or how to create your own web pages, very small web pages, so you have confidence to tackle larger web pages on how to divide each task into smaller tasks and conquer them. Next, after I demonstrate or I'll show you how to make projects, it would be your part or your way of understanding. Then you have to create your own projects based on what you have learned. Suppose I have taught you how to use images. So, and I just show you how to make a small project out of it, like say a photo album, or let us say, I've shown you how to like make a gist of all the photos so that it shows all the photos. You can make something creative out of it. Let us say you can make a can make creative things using photos. You can make a cover page, or you can make a letter, or anything what you want, or you can make an album kind of thing where it displays new ideas. So you can use your creativity to the maximum level over here. That is what we want to bring it up. And if I suppose, let us say I'm discussing about JavaScript and I show you how to make a calculator, you can do a lot after that. You can make a converter. Suppose if you're familiar with how to convert decimal to binary, binary to gray, all those things would be very much easy. Once I show you the basics, you can make up a very creative and make very good websites. And we'll be learning a little bit of APIs as well. Suppose I want to show or make a weather prediction app or weather app which basically displays the weather using an API. We'll be learning a lot to this course, okay? Now, let us see what how you can get started with it. So you just type Linux replit and you come over here. So this is all the development environment. So here is the place where you run your code and execute your code. So here it will ask you to sign up if you're a new user. Once after signing up, you come over here and hit on this create REPL. So as you can see there is a HTML, CSS, JS replit. If you don't get this, just type it over here HTML and you get this particular thing and name it as, let us say today we're just giving the introduction of the course, right? So I just keep it as intro and we create a REPL using this. It is going to take some time. So as you can see, it is a very easy way. Instead of installing a lot of dependencies on your system, it would be a very cumbersome process. This is an online version and would make it far more simpler and helpful for you. So as I mentioned you, we'll be learning mainly three components: HTML, JavaScript and CSS. These are the very things which will stay with you till the end of the course. So make sure you're familiarized with yourself in this particular environment. So as you can see, this is a place where we are going to write our code and here is your output. So suppose I just want to change this hello world, right? So we always, as programmers, if you we always start with hello world. So let us just make a little bit change today. So I just make it as welcome. So once I make the changes over here, and suppose once you make your changes, you can do two things. That is, one, click on the refresh tab, or you can click run. As you can see, here is the output screen where you're going to view your output. So this is the environment, and I hope you got a brief idea on how this course is going to be. As mentioned before, if I'm a little bit too fast or you feel that I'm going a little bit too fast, there is an option where you can slow down my voice using at play it at either 0.75 or 0.5. If you think that I'm going a little bit too slow, you can always increase the speed of the video. And if anytime you feel that I know this thing already, you can increase the speed of the video. And every time you feel that I know I want to learn more about it, or I want to get a better understanding of it, you can play the video at a slower speed, understand the concept, Then start using it in your code and so that you learn from it. I would request everyone that you practice at least 1 to 2 hours in a week. Web development is a very easy thing, but every time you keep forgetting a lot of things in web development. That is why we make use of a lot of code from other places like Bootstrap, where they have a little bit of code. We'll be running through each of them in the further classes, so no worries with that. I hope you like the introduction. In the next class, we are going to start up with the actual course where we'll be learning a lot, starting from the very basics of HTML. I mean, the core HTML, like how HTML works and how you can use code. So as you can see, even this is a web page. All these things which you see over here have been implemented using these as the backbone or the building blocks. Even whatever you search, suppose you want to search something, let us say I search yeah, how to make a cupcake. Let us say we just go for a few things. I am interested in computer vision and a lot of stuff, and I just type that. So as you can see, all of these beautiful web pages. So all this can be made by you. Or let us say a little bit more fancier way. Let us say Starbucks website. So everyone has seen Starbucks web page, right? It is one of the most beautiful web pages ever made. And all of this is made possible using those or these core building blocks which I've learned. Doesn't this site look so beautiful? Where you have all these images, all these things. There is a tab where you can choose them. There is a gift option. There's a logo, and how beautiful is it? So this is how you'll be able to create such beautiful websites after completing this soon. Thank you.